sex slavery, domestic violence, gender discrimination, forced disappearances, all with a big smile on their faces. Women in North Korea live this hell on a daily basis. It is the true definition of a hellhole. Those cute cheerleaders for North Korea that people loved at the Olympics. Remember them? The ones whose outfits inspired such complimentary news posts when they performed at the opening ceremony. They are sex slaves. Lee So-yoon, a North Korean military musician who escaped the country in 2008, explained that it might seem like a fancy show on the outside. However, they also have to go to parties and provide sexual services. That sort of pain also follows. They go to the Central Politburo parties and events and have to sleep with the people there, even if they don't want it. And they have to cheer in between rapes. They are not alone. One defector describes teenagers being pulled out of school to serve as Kim Jong-un's sex slaves, remarking, "Officials came to our schools and picked out teenage girls to work at one of his hundreds of homes around Pyongyang. They take the prettiest and ensure they have straight, good legs. They learn to serve him food like caviar and extremely rare delicacies. They are also taught how to massage him and they become his sex slaves. Yes, they have to sleep with him and they cannot make a mistake or object because they could very easily simply disappear." Yoon So-ryun is a clothes trader in her 40s and she said, "Guards would regularly pass by the market to demand bribes, sometimes in form of sexual acts or intercourse," she told Human Rights Watch. "I was a victim many times on the days they felt like it. Market guards or police officials could ask me to follow them to an empty room outside the market or some other place they would pick. What can we do? They considered us sex toys. We, women, are at the mercy of men. Now, women cannot survive without having men with power near them. My life was in their hands, so I did everything they wanted and told me to do everything they asked. How could I do anything else? Everything we do in North Korea can be considered illegal, so everything can depend on the perception or attitude of who is looking into your life." North Korea is a detained country ruled by a communist dictatorship for ages. People of North Korea attempt to escape the country, and most of them are women. Their attempts sometimes can lead to their death, as we can see in this video. North Korean soldiers shoot a man who attempts to escape the North Korean borders with South Korea. Most women who escape the country are sold to human traffickers to be resold at sex markets in China and other Asian countries. To them, it is better than being held captive in North Korea. Recently, a woman who had escaped from North Korea gave the BBC an account of her time in the country's military service, including that she and other female soldiers stopped getting their periods. "After 6 months to a year of service, we wouldn't menstruate anymore because of the malnutrition and the stressful environment," the former soldier Lee So-yoon told the BBC. The other female soldiers were happy that they were not having their periods. They were saying that because the situation is so bad if they were having periods too, because they had no water to shower and enough water to drink. In conclusion, female hygiene remains a serious issue in the North Korean army. Female soldiers are not given the chance to wash or change during training outside. Many reports talk about women in the army being given wound dressings to use instead of sanitary towels. Things are even worse for ordinary female citizens who have to make do with any materials available, such as offcuts from men's used vest or socks. If they get pregnant unintentionally, women get the blame. Thus, many pregnant women women use a range of dangerous methods to abort, tightening their stomachs with an army belt to hide their growing pregnancy, taking anthelmintic medicine, or jumping off and rolling down the high mountain hills. Unsurprisingly, it is common to find fetuses in army toilets. The gender divide in North Korea is so deeply ingrained. This is a society that has no term for sexual harassment, that women often blame each other rather than men for not behaving appropriately in these situations. These stories all paint a distressing picture. It seems North Korea's women are still trapped not only in systemic poverty, but in a deep-seated structure of gender inequality. Hence, we should not forget about the suffering of ordinary women inside the North Korean society, hidden behind the glaring headlines of sweet smiles and big hugs between the leaders. Denuclearization is a step forward, but progress on human rights is the leap that is needed most. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button, and a subscription to the channel would be incredible. See you in the next one.